Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new movie review. This one is for Godzilla Vs Kong The New Empire. So I just watched Godzilla Vs Kong The New Empire, and with this new sequel to the Godzilla vs Kong, we follow Kong alone in Hollow Earth. Everything for him seems to be going just fine until he stumbles upon a society of apes just like him, rules by one mad crazy kaiju named Skull King. From here, Kong will attempt to free his people while also needing the help of a once enemy named Godzilla. So that's the synopsis of the movie. There will be no spoilers here. Now, I had surprising good time watching this movie. I can't believe it either because my expectations for this film were rock bottom. I anticipated this movie to be bad, but instead it's a lot of fun and it's light with lots of big kaiju fights. And to my surprise, every single ridiculous element in the trailer actually made sense when it happened in the movie. I couldn't believe it. From Godzilla turning pink and to that glove of calm to then charging together. I mean, when you see in the trailer, you're like, are you kidding me? But in the movie, you're like, oh yeah, let's go. And it was just great. I had a good time. And something that contributed to that experience of going to see this movie is that I did have a blast watching it. It's a great to see this movie with a fandom, just really with people who enjoy this kaiju movie. It makes for a really great experience, and the film has some great surprises. I'm impressed that one of us kept those surprises like a secret, and I hope nobody ruins those surprises for you. Now, in Godzilla Vs Kong is their world, and we're just living in it. There are large portions of the movie where it's just the kaiju, and I think that's really great. These kaijus live in a human environment and they have to adapt to, often by their own set of rules, and sometimes with complete disregard. And it was shocking to see the way that Godzilla in particular laid waste to Europe. He's in Rome in one of the first sequences, and the destruction he did in just seconds, especially in a city with so many architectural history, it really made you think what the world will be like and how everything would change if kaiju were real. It was just something cool to see. Now, one of the things that I like about this film is that the kaijus have lots of personalities here. They don't speak, but they get as close as they can. You can really get a read on them, particularly Kong and the other apes that he encounters, because of course they're like human-like features. And the VFX team do a really great job using the body language. It's really great here. I'm impressed, like the VFX are not as sharp and as impressive or as detailed as Godzilla vs Kong. That is a much better VFX movie. Everything here seems more cartoonish, and for some reason seems a little sort of the focus. I was like, were you supposed to play this in 3D or something? You know, like it had a little bit of soft focus. And it was interesting because in Godzilla vs Kong, everything was ridiculously sharp. And I think it was an effective creative choice because it made everything seem more cartoonish. And I'm sure it saved them a couple of bucks on the budget. But also at the same time, everything was more expressive. And so I don't mind the trailer at all. Now, let's talk about director Adam Wingard. He said he wanted to keep things simple with this entry, and he certainly has. And it was certainly a good idea. The story is super light, it moves along at a good pace, not so fast that you feel rushed, but fast enough that it keeps you and holds your attention, and you don't get bogged down in any story points. You know, you're just moving on to the next one, and nothing as that complicated. So everything that's happening is easy to understand and makes sense. And you never find yourself glossing over it. You're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're doing because you just very clearly told me, and it wasn't that complex. And with a much smaller cast this time around, everyone gets this space to shine. And I think it was a good idea to really pare down the cast, the human cast, and it allow more kaiju this time around. So let's move on to the cast. So let's start with Rebecca Hall. I think she's great here, and I enjoy her character so much this time around. I didn't particularly like her character in the previous film, but this time around, I really enjoy her a lot. In particular, I like her new haircut, and she looks super cool in her monarch suit. Now, Kay Holland is back, and they came out with not only a really interesting development for her character, but a very nice emotional like beat storyline as well, and it was good. And Brian Tyree Henry, he's always good, man, but here his character is given a lot more to do. He's not just like the comedy relief, he also contributes a lot to what they're doing. He's an expert, and I just think that he was even better here than he was in the last film. And Dan Stevens, oh, is a great addition to this film. I mean, he fits right perfectly in this film with the vibe, the style. He really excels in a blockbuster movie. His character is very cool, and I like his character a lot. And I think he did a really nice job here. Now, but of course, this is not a movie of humans, but about kaijus, and this film is jam packed with them. The fights are very well done, very high stakes, cool moments, and funny moments, especially when Godzilla and Kong have their brief rematch, and it seems like a WWE fight. And it was really funny. Also, tons of destruction, and it goes worldwide with tons of locations. We have a new lots new kaijus in this film. They are very very cool, and I really like them a lot, especially their designs. But I won't give any spoilers away with that. Now we do know from the trailers there is an evil Scar King and a baby Kong, and I'm not going to give it away, but the characters have a lot of surprises in store. But both of these characters are very well done and add a lot to the story. They are very well realized, and they tip the story a little bit more in Kong's direction. But that's okay because the story is really really interesting here. And I thought it was great that they have Godzilla and Kong doing this thing and tandem, both working to the same goal, and that work. Godzilla still felt very much part of the story, and I thought it was good. Everything here just clicks. This is a like a big fun breezy movie. You don't need to know anything going in, but if you do, if you are a fan of Godzilla and the Kong and everything, there are Easter eggs in store for you. And it's a big popcorn movie, and if you're looking for a fun time at the movies, in my opinion, Godzilla X Kong really delivers on that. It's just, it's, you know, from the trailer, if you have seen the trailer, the kind of movie it is, or if you've seen the previous movie. Now this one is a little bit more cartoonish than the previous one, but I think I really like the style, and they really do focus a lot more here on the kaiju instead of the humans. The humans still there, but I think even those moments with the humans are really interesting and are very important to the story. So I'll give it a word. I mean, I really had a blast watching it. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribe to the channel, and see you guys later. Bye bye.